Hope you're enjoying the episode that you listened to so far, and if you are, take a quick listen to this. If you ever thought about starting your own podcast because you love to talk, you love to debate, you want to get your thoughts out there to the world, but you got questions. How do I distribute it? How do I record it? How do I get it to host? There's only one answer for you, and that's Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it is 100% free. Not only 100% free, but easy to use. So if you want to go ahead and start that podcast and get your brand out there, go to anchor.fm/start. Again, that is anchor.fm/start to go ahead and start on your brand right here, right now. So what you waiting on? Get on it.
This is professional wrestler Chris Rex, and you're listening to the Playmakers Blog Podcast, my only destination for sports talk radio.
You ready? I'm ready. The Playmakers Blog Podcast present Hoops Talk, hosted by Darnell the Playmaker Salins. NBA, college basketball, playoffs, March Madness. No matter what, we talking hoops, man. Let's get it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hoops Talk. Now, it's a lot to get into when we got to talk about what's going on in the NBA. So I could not do this live myself. I had to bring in somebody to join me. And for Sportsway with Dray, give it up for my boy out in Brooklyn, New York. Dray, what's going on, my brother?
Ain't nothing, man. Same shit, different toilet paper.
So there's a lot going on in these conference finals, my brother.
Semifinals. You rushing it.
Well, there's a lot gonna happen in the conference finals too.
Yeah, I know. It's looking like one team is one team is already advanced, and that'd be Miami, and the Clippers is looking like they're about to advance.
Let's go ahead and jump into that. So, if y'all don't know, because you've been living on the rock, the top team in the NBA, the Milwaukee Bucks, have been eliminated by the Miami Heat in 5 games. I had it going 7, and in the Bucks' favor, I was wrong on both ends. How did you have it?
I had the Bucks winning, but not for nothing. I had the Bucks winning, but I had told people I wouldn't have been surprised if Miami would have pulled the upset, because I think Miami had a complete team. Milwaukee doesn't. There's only Giannis, and that's it. That's all you have is Giannis, and that's it. I'm not that much of a huge fan of Middleton. Bledsoe is inconsistent. Brook Lopez is inconsistent. One moment he'll have a good game, and then one minute he won't. Giannis is Giannis, but he can't do it by himself. You know what I'm saying? And Miami, they have a complete team. And if you look at Miami this year, not even this year, just in these playoffs, and I had this conversation with somebody at work, the way that Miami has been playing this postseason, they have the mindset of what the Raptors was last year in the playoffs. Just because of their mindset, because now they got that emotional leader, which is Jimmy Buckets. He don't have to score them 30-plus points. He don't have to get 40-plus points. He just go out there, he do what he do, let the game come to him, and play his top-shelf defense, and let all the other guys do what they do. Look at Gordon Dragic. He's showing out. Bam is showing out. Tyler Hero is showing out. They have a whole bunch of players on that team showing out. And it showed in this series. The better team won. Simple and plain. Now, I know everybody want to do the whole, Giannis got hurt. Nah, listen. Even if he was healthy, Miami was going to pull this off because they had the better team. And Eric Spoelstra out-coached Coach Bud. And I'm eager to see if he's going to keep his job. Because it seems like all these other coaches are getting fired. Let's see if he's going to get fired. For 2 straight years, you had the best record in the league. For 2 straight years. And both years you got bumped. Let's see if he keeps his job.
Speaking of Giannis, I don't know if you ran across anything on social media.
Oh, I have.
There's some people out here talking about Giannis folded. Or Giannis didn't want it enough. I got a question for these. Did they watch?
I thought you were talking about the news.
Did they watch Game 3? Because I believe that's when he sprained the ankle, right?
I believe it. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was Game 3. Yeah.
And he decided to play Game 4.
Mm-hmm.
And injured it even further.
Mm-hmm.
So how did Giannis fold it?
I wouldn't say I wouldn't go as far as to say he folded, but at the end of the day, it doesn't look good either way. For you to be the number 1 seed and for you to be the heavy favorite, and on top of that, you just won Defensive Player of the Year. It's looking like you're about to be a back-to-back MVP. It is your job to find a way to get that team over Miami. And unfortunately, he couldn't do that. So that's going to be a bad look for him. Whether people want to say he folded or not, it's not going to look good for him. It's not. Do I think he folded? No, I don't think he folded. I don't think he did. I think those people, those people that talk like that, they must have not played basketball before. They must not know what an ankle injury is, because ankle injury ain't nothing to fuck with. I played ball. Them ankle injuries are no joke. And I actually commend him for even trying to go out there and playing it. But those people that say that he folded, they probably ain't never picked up a ball a day in their life. I ain't talking about playing 2K. I'm talking about actual playing basketball.
Look, Milwaukee.
I wouldn't say he folded, though. I wouldn't go as far as to say he folded, though. I'm not the biggest Giannis fan, first of all. You know, I'm not sold on him being a top 5 player neither. But I am going to give credit where it's due. But I honestly think this offseason, when he's fully healed, I think for his stature, I think he need to get on that phone and make a call to Hakeem Olajuwon and come up with some moves. It's time. It's time. Because he only got one move. That's it. I think this offseason, he need to get on that phone, call Mr. Hakeem Olajuwon, and work on some move.
I can agree with that.
It's time.
I can agree with that, but look, I have not been called a playmaker just to be called a playmaker. I actually played the game. When he first injured the ankle, I'm looking like, dude, you might as well not play Game 4. But you down 3-0, your season's on the line, so you like, man, I gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go. And then you gotta look at it like this. When he got hurt, like once he got hurt, we all thought game was over. They actually played good when he wasn't out there. So now it's like, yo, they played good without me. I gotta come back and play now. I got to. Even though we lost, but they was playing good without me. So now I really gotta go out there and try to play. Because what if they pull this off without me? Then it's gonna really be some talk. So it's like, yo, no matter what, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. So I gotta go out there and play.
He went out there in Game 4.
He went out there
one day of rest. Let me remind you, 1 day of rest. You got to remember, these playoffs, there's no change of sceneries and you get 2 days off. No, you play, day off, and you play again.
Yep, true that.
And everybody who ever played basketball, even any type of sport, no, your ankle ain't finna get healed in no one damn day.
Damn sure ain't. It damn sure ain't. Trust me, I
So
know.
he went out there for game 4. He was dominant in the first quarter until he re-injured the ankle again.
Mm-hmm.
You knew then, okay, he ain't coming back. There's no way he coming back now. Not on the same ankle. Milwaukee ended up winning that game.
Yeah, Chris Middleton showed out that game.
Not only that, now Miami strategy is out the door. It was all about building the raw and keep Giannis out the paint. You can't do that no more. So they messed around and Milwaukee caught one. Giannis did everything he could to try to get into game 5. I would give Coach Bud this. He knew it. He's like, yo, I can't let you play this game. I can't.
For real, because if he'd have re-injured that again, that's it. It would have been. He probably wouldn't have a job right now. He really wouldn't have a job right now if he had Giannis go out there and he would have got re-injured. He really would be. He really would be without. He probably would be without a job. I honestly don't think he's gonna lose his job anyway. But I was just throwing that out there since all these other teams are so fixated on firing these coaches. Maybe he should be on the hot seat.
We're gonna get in some coaches, but Coach Bud did the right to me. He did the right thing. Yo, I know our season is on the line. I know we're the top seed and is looking bad for it. Giannis, I can't let you play. I can't. And Giannis was on the bench cheering his team on.
Cheering his team on. That's what you want. That's what you want your. Okay, yes, I'm not playing, but I'm gonna be right there on. I'm gonna be right there on that bench with y'all, cheering you on. He ain't like Kyrie when he was with the Celtics, and he wasn't on that bench supporting his team. But we ain't talking about we ain't talking about Kyrie. We gonna say that for something else.
So at first it looked like Miami didn't know what to do. They lost in the first quarter. I'm sitting around like, did Miami forget how to play something? Forgot how to play, you know what I'm saying? And I guess Dragic was the one who got them right.
Well, I mean, he's the quote unquote vet on the team, so he should be the one getting them riled up besides Jimmy Buckets. But my thing is, like, I had this conversation with one of my boys at work today because he had asked me. He was like, "Yo, like, what do you think about the Heat Bucks series?" I was like, "Yo, I had the Bucks winning, but I told people I wouldn't be surprised if Miami pulled it off. I'm even more surprised at how quick it took for them to do it. 5 games? Like, if Miami would have pulled this off in 6 or 7, cool, by all means. But a gentleman's sweep, that's the part I'm surprised with. Because it was light work to them. It was like stealing the candy from a baby, basically. Let's keep it a buck.
Well,
Miami looking scary right now. They looking scary. Like, I remember everybody was talking about Portland this, Portland that. Oh, they ain't no ordinary AC. Okay, they got bumped in 5 games. This Miami team, they only got 1 loss in the playoffs right now. In 2 rounds, they only got 1 loss.
Hey, you heard the podcast. What I said. But T was gonna catch up to Portland.
I mean,
and then you mess around. Damian Lillard got injured.
Yeah, but they'd have lost that any damn way.
I know, but I'm saying is I knew for you. Do people realize how many games Portland played and how many games the Lakers played? The whole seeding game, Portland couldn't rest. They had to fight and claw their way into the playoffs.
Yep.
And then you had to play Memphis to get in the playoffs. And that was a close game. They played 9 straight games with all of them being close. Not one blowout. And then you went up against the Lakers. Game 1, I'm not surprised because I kind of figured.
Yeah, so did I.
That team is hot. Lakers they coming off for like almost 4 days rest.
Yeah, I felt the same way. I said Portland was definitely winning game 1.
But I'm like, man, fatigue gonna catch up to them. It's gonna catch up. These boys are tired. But I ain't gonna get into that because I did that when I talked about it because some of these people here they don't think basketball wise. But now Miami's in the conference finals the first time since the Big Three.
Mm-hmm.
Who they go against?
Now they waiting on Boston and Toronto.
We gotta wait because Toronto tied the series up at 3-3. 125-122 double overtime.
Yes, sir.
At first, I was gonna come in here and complain because there was some major calls these refs didn't call for Boston, but they did call for Toronto. But I ain't gonna do that. Double overtime. Marcus Smart with a triple double. Kyle Lowry had a 33 piece. Barry Van Vliet added 21, and Powell off the bench with 23.
I'll say this. Where's Siakam? He's been ghosted. He's been ghosting this series. He was supposed to be the man on this team now that Kawhi is gone. And these not even these playoffs, because the net series, I'm not counting that. It was this series where he was supposed to, shine and make a name for himself, and he ain't looking too good. 12 points in this game. You 0-5 from the 3-point line. Listen, his performance ain't gonna cut it. Like Game 7, Game 7 better be his coming out party. It better be.
I raise you one. Man, it might shock some people when I say this. Jason Tatum, where you at?
Oh no, Tatum is there.
No. Trust me, I'm telling you. Don't look at the stats. Yeah, you see 29, 14, and 9. Jason Tatum, where you at? How do you turn a ball over in the critical times of the game? You had 3 of them.
Yeah, that I can't. That I can't. I can't get with. That I can't get with.
You airballing 3-pointers. You
that I can't.
Ways.
That I can't. I'm not even going to pacify him on that one. You absolutely right with them turnovers.
Jason Tatum, where you at? 29, 14, and 9, and that's quiet.
If Kemba would have did some shit, maybe they would have won.
Kemba too. Kemba was quiet. Kemba was off.
All 5 of his points was only in the second half.
I ain't even gonna say he was quiet. He was off. But
yeah,
I need Jason Tatum to do what he did in the early part of this series when he sent the message, "I'm here."
Well, they got a day to rest tomorrow, and they back at it on Friday.
Come on, man.
Not for nothing. I said that this series might go 7.
I picked the 7.
I said this was going. I said this was going either 6 or 7. So not for nothing. I'm not mad that it went 7 games. I'm not mad at all. I'm not mad at all. I love it. I love it.
So you calling out Sierra, I'm calling out Tatum. And that's despite him having 29, 14, and 9.
Well, there's no objection there. Because again, the turnover thing, I can't let that slide. I can't let that slide. 9 for 21 from the field, I can't accept that either. So you got every reason to call him out. You got every reason to call him out.
You know how everybody looking at Pascal Siakam to be that man because Kawhi Leonard left?
That's how I'm looking at him.
No, you're not the only one.
That's how I'm looking at him. I'm like, yo, like, listen, Kawhi gone. This is supposed to be your squad now. You won most improved. Kawhi gone. This is supposed to be your coming out party. You're supposed to make a name for yourself in these playoffs. I'm not counting the net series. Wait a minute. Not to change the subject. Pacers is looking to speak to Chauncey Billups and Becky Hammond for head coaching job. But go ahead. Let's talk about this. But Siakam, like I need him to have a coming out party this game 7. He got to do it.
And the same thing go to Jason Tatum. Yeah, you got Kemba Walker, but people look at you as the man for the Boston. You're the man in Boston.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
At one point, they was calling you Kobe Tatum.
Yeah, I think they was pushing it with that, but I mean, I guess because he was training. I guess because he was, getting some tips from Kobe. I guess, but I don't understand why people do that.
The reason why they do that because when you saw him when he actually played, you saw a little bit of Kobe in him. He was being an assassin. He had that moment. He just didn't care. He was gonna hit this shot, and there's nothing you can do about it. Especially in game 2 in this series. Oh man, he wasn't having it. He was not having it. All of a sudden, the numbers there, the stats are there, but what happened to the impact? Where's the impact at? You can't do this for a game. If you taking tips with Kobe, one thing Kobe would have told you, you gotta be an impact every time you step on that court.
Talk dirty.
So Tatum, I need an impact game 7. Now that's the East. Miami sitting back chilling, waiting. Toronto and Boston, they're gonna finish this up on Friday. So we're gonna see how that goes. This is over to the West side though. Lakers 2-1 lead on Houston. After Houston took the first one, Lakers took the second 2. Now, LeBron James having a block fest in game 3.
A block party.
He decided he's just gonna block everything. But my question is, there's a lot of talk about LeBron. Even though the Lakers are up 2-1.
That they are.
I'm not hearing no Anthony Davis talk. That's a problem for me.
Well, you know how this go. Anybody that play with LeBron gonna be overshadowed. You're not that naive.
You're right. But
AD can have a perfect game, and LeBron is still going to get all the attention. No, it's just the way of the world. AD has had a good series. In fact, I wouldn't even say a good series because I'll be undermining it. He's had a great series. A great series. I'll say he's had a great series. I think he need to be getting the ball more. I'll say that much. I think he should be getting fed more because can't nobody on that team guard him. I mean, can't nobody on that team defend him. PJ Tucker can't do nothing with AD. He might have had his moments. I believe, what was it? Was it game 2?
Game 1.
It was game 1 or game 2. He had his little moments here and there where he did okay with Anthony Davis. But on a consistent basis, please, he can't do nothing with AD. AD need to be getting more attempts, if you ask me.
26 points in game 3. 9 for 13 from the field. He took no 3-pointers. That's a good sign for me
Yeah,
because I don't want you shooting threes.
Exactly. I don't want him shooting threes. I don't want him shooting them. You need to have your tall, skinny ass in the paint abusing PJ Tucker. That's what you need to be doing. I'm tired of these big men shooting these damn threes. I blame Steph for this though, because everybody's supposed to be. Everybody think they can shoot threes now. I blame Steph for this.
That man a guard. That man doing his job.
Yeah, but he got these big men. But these big men out here thinking that they supposed to be shooting these threes. No, get y'all big ass in the paint. That's what it's there for. That's supposed to be y'all playground. Like Roman Reigns said, this is my yard. When y'all in that paint, that's supposed to be y'all yard. Not no damn elbows shooting these damn threes. Get out of here with that. But yeah, man. But with this series, it's not LeBron and AD I'm concerned with, because I already knew they was gonna get their numbers. I knew LeBron was gonna be on some close to a triple-double averaging, or he would have a triple-double. AD, I'm not worried about him. My whole thing was, can they find somebody else? Can they at least get one or two more people to be consistent? If they can do that, then I wouldn't be surprised if the series goes probably 5 games. I wouldn't be surprised.
They're going 5 anyway.
And last night, the person that we least expected came out and showed his old self in playoffs, and that was Rondo.
Oh, yeah, 29.
This motherfucker was even shooting threes and made them.
Rajon Rondo.
Because obviously they're going to let him shoot them. Like, they don't respect him. Like, all right, cool. We just go, all right, you want to be behind the three-point line? We're going to let you shoot it. And guess what? He made it work. 3 for 5. Dropped 21 points. So,
now,
yeah, go ahead.
Now, let me look at the Rocket side here, because me and you both have said it. Everybody was lined up to kill James Harden if OKC would have won that series.
Well, I have a love-hate relationship with James Harden, so I was really, I mean, I had them winning that series, but deep down, I was pulling for OKC to pull the upset. And I was like, yes, they might pull it off this game. They might pull it off. And then James Harden did that.
Defensive play.
Yeah. So
the clutch moments.
So I had to push back from what I really wanted to do to him.
A defensive block in the waning moments of a 3-3 series tight game.
Mm-hmm.
Save James Harden legacy. Because, trust me, not only you, everybody was waiting. Because you lose this game and you want to score 17 points. Oh, you finna get it from everybody in every direction. But he saved himself. So now I'm looking at this, and honestly, Westbrook did his thing. James Harden did his thing. Where's everybody else at? So I'm guessing PJ Tucker sticking Anthony Davis all game long. He can't do nothing offensively. Eric Gordon, you got to give me more than 10 points, sir.
They're not giving PJ no opportunities.
That's true. But Aaron Gordon,
he only took 3 shots. That's very unusual for him. Because regardless, PJ Tucker finds a way to get open on that baseline for a 3. They gotta find opportunities for him. You can't just let that man just take 3 shots. Yes, he's using up all that energy on the defensive end trying to do something with AD, but on offense, Westbrook and James Harden got to do something to get that man involved. You got to get him involved, because it's not like he's a slouch on offense. If you put him in a perfect position to where the 3 chances are, he probably gonna hit it.
I mean, Westbrook and Harden combined for 15 assists. I need more from Eric Gordon. You got to give me more than 10 points. You're the third man on the wheel. I need more than 10.
Shout out to Jeff Green though. Shout out to him. He going back. In fact, these whole playoffs. I'm not even just talking about this series. I'm talking about even against OKC. Like Jeff Green going back to when he played with Boston and Memphis. He going back to them days.
Yeah, hey, see, I don't need Jeff Green coming off the bench and scoring more points than Eric Gordon.
No, I agree. I just felt the need to shout him out because I'm like, yo, this is somebody.
I'm glad you did it because you boosted my point. Why is Jeff Green only got 10? And he took 2 more shots than you. I need more. Now, I ain't gonna get on Robert Covington because Covington, he got injured. He took one of them shots. He took one of them shots to the face by AD, and that was it for him. So that was it. That was it for his night because his face was covered in a towel.
I'll say this: if Houston gets bumped in 5 games, if they get a gentleman's sweep, I would not be surprised if D'Antoni is out of there. I would not be surprised.
Hey, we want to put you on the record. Game 4 tonight, 7:00.
Oh, it's a 7:00 game tonight?
So with Miami already moving on, right now bump it up a bit. There's only one game.
Something tells me if I had to pick right now, I think the Lakers pull it off. I think they pull off game 4.
He's saying 3-1 Lakers.
Yeah, I say 3-1 Lakers.
3-1 Lakers.
I say 3-1 Lakers. Right now, they need to be trying to get this over with now. Do not let this series go 6-7 games. Right now, the way LeBron playing right now and the way AD playing right now, this is what you want. You want your 2 leaders balling lights out. And being that they're doing that now, y'all need to get to the point where it's like, yo, we need to get rid of Houston now. Do not give them any confidence. Let's get this over with. Let's get this rest. And obviously, after seeing what the Clippers did, their series is about to be over. So it's like, yo, we need to match up with them and try to get this rest because we don't want to have this series go 6-7 games when the Clippers is getting all their rest waiting for us. So we need to get this series over with now. So we need to make it happen. So let's see what happens. But yeah, I got the Lakers winning game 4 though.
He got the Lakers winning game 4.
I got the Lakers winning game 4.
I had this going 6. It might behoove me to go to Houston on this one. But then again, the Lakers could win this one, go up 3-1, and Houston could take game 5.
That's how I'm looking at it. That's exactly how I'm looking at it. I think they'll go up 3-1. They won't close out Houston. Houston would get that next win, and then they'll close them out in 6. That's how I'm looking at it. The Clippers is going to finish Denver. They're going to win that 4-1. I think the Lakers is going to take out Houston in 6 games. I don't think they're going to finish them in 5. I think they're going to have to take it. I think they're going to need an extra game to take them out.
I'm gonna go Houston. I say Houston even out in game 4.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Houston.
I wouldn't be surprised. That wouldn't even shock me, honestly.
And you did brought up that other LA team.
Yeah, man.
In a game where Paul George had an off game. It was the Kawhi Leonard show. You ready for this stat line?
He almost had a triple-double. He was an assist away from a triple-double.
30 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists, 4 steals, and 2 blocks.
I don't think he's ever had a triple-double before. And if so, he only had 1 in the regular season. He's never had one in the playoffs. So if anything, he's probably only had one triple-double his whole career.
So the Clippers took game 4, 96-85. If I'm correct, this is the first game where neither team scored 100 points in the entire playoffs.
Well,
no, I take that back. Game 7, Denver and Utah.
Well,
I think that happened because both of them teams were tired, and that 7-game series was out. That was a great series right there.
I'll say this though. Kawhi has been in my top 3 of players, I want to say, for about 2 years now. Last year, this year. If he can somehow get this Clippers team, I'm not even going to say to win the finals. All he got to do is get them there. If he can get them to the finals, I'm ready to say he's the best player in the league. I'm still not ready to say that yet. Still not ready. Because again, I can't get over the fact that you don't do back-to-back games. Now, obviously, in this bubble, he didn't play every game in this bubble. I give him that. And he should have been able to. Because all that rest that you had from this pandemic, it shouldn't have been no reason for you to be taking days off in this bubble. But the way he's playing now is berserk. It's berserk. He done saved Paul George a couple of times in this playoffs. Hell, Paul George saved him a little bit in game 3? Because Kawhi didn't have that much. Because Kawhi didn't have a good game in game 3.
He did have that hell of a block though.
Yeah, with his middle finger. Like he said, "Fuck you," literally.
But
I mean, listen. For us basketball fans, we're not surprised that this series is going the way it's going. Because I know for me, I'm not surprised because I said this was going to end in 5. So the Clippers is probably going to do exactly what I said they was going to do. And this is 5. I love Jamal Murray. But I didn't expect him to have the top shelf performance that he had against Denver. Not when you're going to have Pat Bev defending you, Paul George defending you, Kawhi defending you. Hell, you might even have Morris Sr. guarding you. Like the Clippers is a top shelf defensive team. I didn't expect Jamal Murray to have no 50-point games in this series. No. Jokic, I like Jokic. I think if I had to pick the best center in the league, I'm torn between him and Joel Embiid. But I'm going to pick him just for the aspect of availability. I don't trust Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid might be more skillful, but I don't trust him as far as, being available.
I get what people try to say when they say Joel Embiid more skillful. But the last time I recall, it's Jokic the one that's putting off the triple doubles.
He don't play no defense though. Embiid does when he wants to. Jokic don't play it at all. But again, that's them European players for you. None of them motherfuckers play defense. It's like they only know one side of the ball and that's it. Embiid, he has his moments where, he can get to the gutter and play some D if he wants to. But the thing is with him is like his health. Like he needs to get real consistent with that health shit, man.
Jokic doesn't play defense. Embiid, his motor and the effect he has on others is my problem.
And I like the Joker.
The Joker can pass his ass off.
Yes, he can. Absolutely. Absolutely.
To have a center like that, that makes your team better. Because you know he can dominate on the offensive end, and then you can add a passing ability to it. It's like, what else can we do?
Yeah.
Pretty much the only thing you do is stop the other because you ain't stopping him.
Yeah, man.
You don't really have to stop him because he gonna stop himself.
But this series, it's only been Jokic and Murray anyway. Else really helping him. Gary Harris has his moments here and there, but it ain't consistent. Millsap, huh?
Just like you just said, you just named 4 of the Clippers top defenders, and all of them starters.
Yeah. Yep.
So the Clippers gonna get put down on somebody, if not multiple players on the different team.
It's like they scared. That's the way I'm looking at it. The only ones that I see showing any effort is Joker and Murray. They're the only ones showing any. Oh, and let me stop. Michael Porter Jr. I forgot about because that dunk he did on Montrez, that was something serious. So
it's good.
So
good to see Michael Porter play ball. It's good to see him play ball.
It is. So okay, it's 3 players on that team that got some heart. Not 2, 3. But yeah, this series is going exactly the way I thought it would. I said Clippers was going to win in 5, and they 1 win away from proving my theory.
I had 6, but I mean, it is what it is. Because I don't think Paul George is going to go for 10 points again.
He better make up for it. Which I will say he has done in these playoffs. Like when he's had a bad game, that next game he show out. So if he had a bad game like he did tonight, I expect that game 5 he gonna put up some numbers. I expect him to.
All right. Before we get out of here, we got some coaches to talk about.
Oh yes, we do. Yeah.
Let's just go ahead and get the elephant out of the room right now.
Yes, we do.
Steve Nash, the Brooklyn Nets. Go ahead.
Well, Stephen A. likes to throw this whole white privilege thing around.
And which Steve Nash admitted to it.
Which, I mean, I agree with the whole white privilege, but see, I love to use the analogy complexion for the protection, for the collection. Because you got to look at it like this. Everybody keeps throwing this, oh, he was a consultant for the Warriors. What does that have to do with him calling plays on a sideline? That means nothing to me. That don't mean nothing to me. Just because you was a consultant to the Warriors does not mean you have experience as a head coach. And go ahead.
By the way, in Stephen A's defense, he wasn't talking bad about. He wasn't getting at Steve Nash.
No. He wasn't. He actually hopes Steve Nash does a wonderful job, and I hope he does too. But the point is, we can't ignore the elephant in the room. Is the fact that once again, someone's complexion would help them get a job over somebody else that was more qualified. Steve Nash has no coaching experience. And then you factor this in. He comes to a team where he will be positioned to be a legit threat for an NBA championship. Now, if you take a black coach for that matter, they won't get an opportunity like that. Yeah, they'll get a coaching job, but it wouldn't be on some, okay, let's throw them to a team. Let's get them to a team that's a legit championship contender.
Derek Fisher to the New York Knicks.
Exactly. So you see where I'm going. I'm gonna read a quote from Byron Scott, who was a wonderful coach in his time. Unfortunately, I have to count what he did with the Cavs and what he did with the Lakers before Kobe retired. But people forget how great of a coach he was when he was coaching the New Jersey Nets before they came to Brooklyn. This is a quote that he said. We don't get jobs like that as it pertains to what Steve Nash did. We don't get jobs like that. That are that set and that good where you got two all-stars like Kyrie and KD. We get jobs where you have to try to make something out of nothing. Then when you don't or aren't able to do it, they'll say, see, we gave him an opportunity. That's the point that I was trying to make to people.
That was the point Stephen A was making.
And he's not wrong for that. He's not wrong for that. He got skipped. He said it. He got skipped to the line. He only got skipped to the line because of his Hall of Fame stature. What the fuck does that have to do with you being the head coach? You don't have experience.
People, you have to remember where Mark Jackson got that Golden State job. We didn't know Steph Curry was gonna play like this. We didn't know Klay Thompson was good like this.
And then he gets the boot. Steve Kerr comes along, no coaching experience, and now he gets all the glory. They done forgot what Mark Jackson did for that team. I think it's a crime that he don't got a championship ring for that first one. It's just like with John Gruden in Tampa Bay. That was Tony Dungy's team. He gets the boot. Gruden reaps the benefits of it, and don't nobody remember what Dungy did for that team. Tony Dungy should have 2 Super Bowl rings, the one with the Colts, and they should have gave him a bonus one in Tampa.
Look at David Fizdale. He did a hell of a job in Memphis.
Yeah, he did. He just ran into San Antonio. That's all. And then of course, then he had
no superstars over there. They had all-stars. They had no superstars over there.
Yeah, but you know how this go in the NBA. It's a players' league. He had that issue with Marc Gasol, and bam, he had to go after that. But yeah, man, I mean, listen. I hope he does well. I hope he does. He should. He should be able to do well. You got it made in the shade. You got skipped to the line. They put you in a position to where you can make a case right now that next season, this upcoming season, because I think it's going to start in November. They said they trying to get the season to start in November.
It's more looking like December.
Hey, whatever. If you look at the Eastern Conference right now, Kyrie is going to be healthy. KD is going to be healthy. DeAndre Jordan's going to be healthy. I love me some Jared Allen. Not for nothing. I hope he is in the starting lineup, not DeAndre. I'm hoping Jared Allen's in the starting lineup. Spencer DeWitt was going to be there. LeVert's going to still be there. They're going to try to re-sign Harris. If Jay Crossover is willing to come back for one more year, you can make a case right now that the Brooklyn Nets will be the favorite to come out of the East. Not Milwaukee. It will be Brooklyn. This is what Steve Nash came into. He better succeed. He better. Because you got it made in the shade. You had the complexion for the protection. Your complexion got you that job. You better make the best of it.
Now, OKC and Billy Donovan parted ways.
I don't understand that. Well,
from what the reports were saying, the Thunder couldn't give Donovan an actual direction where they wanted to go. So to me, that sounds like we finna be back in rebuilding mode. So what does that mean for CP3?
Oh no, he's gone. You gotta remember, he didn't want to be there any damn way. He didn't want to be there anyway. So I think he's gone. The question is where, but I'll say this much. Since Billy Donovan is gone, I know somebody who should get that job, and it just so happens he's already on that coaching staff. If you were in rebuild mode, why not give it to Mo Cheeks? If you're in rebuild mode, give him the opportunity. Give it to him.
With Billy Donovan gone, a lot of rumors has been going around saying that he could get the Pacers job. He could get the Bulls job.
Well, Indiana right now.
And then you brought up they gonna look at Chauncey Billups and Becky Hammond.
And Chauncey and Becky.
So there's 3 coaches they're looking at.
Yeah.
Could be a 4th one whenever the Lakers finish off Houston.
Who, Jason Kidd?
Mike D'Antoni.
Oh. Listen, Mike D'Antoni need to be a damn assistant coach. He don't need to be no head coach. That's the problem that's the problem that I have with some of these so-called coaches. There's so many coaches in the NBA, head coaches, that are masquerading as head coaches, when in reality they're assistant coaches. Mike D'Antoni is one of those coaches, and I've always said that about him. He is an assistant coach masquerading as a head coach. He's one of those guys that I'm not too thrilled with him as a coach. That's how I feel about him. I have no like as far as his coaching ability, I don't have no respect for it. I think I coach better than him. He don't make no adjustments. All he knows is offense. That's all he knows. This Houston team in the playoffs, their defense was okay, but that wasn't from him. He didn't have nothing to do with it. It was the assistant. It was the assistant coach that got something to do with that. And then on top of that, when you got your star James Harden playing D, it's like, yo, wait a minute. If James Harden playing D, if he's sold in, shit, we really got to be sold in, because this is somebody who has been ridiculed his whole career. Can't play defense. Now in the playoffs, he's showing some defense. All right, so we got to buy in now. I'm not giving that credit to Mike D'Antoni, because his background check shows that he don't know a damn thing about defense. All he knows is offense, run and gun. Oh, let's go. How that's going for you?
That's what we wanted to see. Okay, you do your small ball, go up against this Lakers team. Let's see how
I told people that shit wasn't going to work. I told people it wasn't going to work. It's going to work in the regular season, which it did. This is now the playoffs. This is where you separate the contenders from the pretenders. And right now, that game plan, please get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. Just stop it. It was a nice little experiment. It was a nice little scientific experiment to work with in the regular season. But now you with the big dogs. Like that scientific experiment, you was able to pull that shit off in junior high school. This is now high school. You taking college courses now. That shit ain't gonna work now.
There you have it. We're getting closer and closer to the conference finals. The NBA finals begin on September 30th, the end of the month.
Not for nothing. Not to cut you off. To go back to the Indiana thing, it's 10 coaches. It's 10 candidates they got. That's a lot of names for that. That's a lot of names. That's a lot of coaches for one team.
And so little time.
I wouldn't knock Chauncey if he get it. I mean, I'm kind of mad at him for some comments he said a while ago about AI. I'm not too thrilled about some of the shit he.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up, because
I wasn't too thrilled with that shit that he said, but I mean,
when I look at it, I'm like, he ain't lying.
No, he ain't lying, but this is my problem. But I think he was the wrong person to say this. And the reason being is because, Chauncey, let's keep it a stack here. You've been in the league how many years? How many teams you've been on? Like, you a journeyman. Like, we talk about Ryan Fitzpatrick being a journeyman in the NFL, or Josh McClown. Chauncey is a journeyman his damn self. So you don't got no right to be saying anything about AI. None. AI is a Hall of Famer. Will you be a Hall of Famer?
He should be in my book.
Just because he got a Finals MVP don't make you a Hall of Famer. Just because you got a Finals MVP don't make you a Hall of Famer. Sorry. If that's the case, Iguodala should be in the Hall of Fame. He got a Finals MVP.
I wasn't.
And I love Chauncey.
I love Chauncey too, but if my boy McGrady can get in, I don't see why Chauncey can't get in.
That's why it pains me to say this, because I like Chauncey. Like, Chauncey's my guy. But how dare you say something about AI? Like, please, like, well, you better go somewhere with that. Like, when people talk about all-time great players, Chauncey ain't on nobody's list. He ain't in nobody's top 5. He ain't in nobody's top 10. I don't even think he cracked somebody's 20. If you ask fans where AI rank at on their list, I guarantee you he in there. And I like
top 20. Nah, he probably be in top 25.
Who, AI?
Chauncey.
Shit. You want to do a poll for that?
Might be top 25.
Put a poll. Do a survey. And get back to me and ask me and tell me what people said about that. Is Chauncey Billups a top 20 player of all time? In fact, I'm going to ask that question on Facebook tomorrow. That's going to be my question of the day.
Nah, I got him outside top 20, 30, 25 in that range.
I'm going to ask people that tomorrow. Where do you rank Chauncey Billups in your top list? Is he even in your top?
Yeah, let's throw Paul Pierce in there too.
Oh man, this guy, man. Oh man. He's just ass hurt. It's like everything that come out of his mouth is listen, like I'm truly convinced that some of these people that they put on TV, they know they're gonna say the dumbest shit in the world, but it gives them ratings. So it's like, yo, we got to put up with it. Like, we know the dumb shit he says about LeBron. We know it's just dumb as hell, but we got to keep him on the show because it brings ratings. Honestly,
I would throw another Boston player in there, but I'm going to keep it quiet.
Who, Kendrick?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I'm 50-50 with him. I'm 50-50 with him. But Paul Pierce, I mean, this guy, man. Man.
The man literally defending James Harden every day. I'm like, dude, we're not talking regular season, we're talking playoffs. Like all that regular season stuff, yeah, that's good. But what Max is talking about is playoff. And James Harden don't do what he do in the regular season in the playoffs.
Nope.
That's what we wait. No.
Nope. He has a history of it. His resume is not too good in the postseason. It's a difference between being great in the regular season. It's a whole other thing about being great in the postseason.
Paul Pierce, Kendrick Perkins.
Kenny Smith said it best. Regular season, you bring your game. Playoffs, you get your name. It's that simple. You do whatever you want in the regular season. It don't mean nothing if you can't transcend that into the postseason. It doesn't mean a thing. So you got some people who are just they just built for being great in the regular season. They're regular season dynamos. But when it comes to the postseason, they fold up like tents.
Hey, that's all I got because there's so much going on, and we get football this week.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
It should be interesting how to see the NFL that goes. I'm getting ready for that.
I'm excited.
You got anything coming up on your side of the woods?
Right now, probably not. I mean, the NFL season starts tomorrow, and I haven't even did a prediction episode. Who knows? I might do one. Who knows? Or I might just go live and just do my prediction here and there. I got too much on my plate right now to even do a prediction joint. So I might just go live and just do my little assessment and do my little predictions or whatnot. But since we're about to bounce off this, definitely got to say RIP to John Thompson, former Georgetown basketball great coach. RIP to Cliff Robinson, former New Jersey Net, a couple of other teams, but I had to shout out the first two. And of course, obviously, we got to say RIP to Chadwick Boseman. Absolutely, you can't leave him out. Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. I got y'all next time for some more hoops talk. Hopefully, we'll be in the conference finals when that time comes. All right, my brother. You be safe out there.
You too, man. You too.
Thank you guys so very much for taking time out of your day to chill with me on Hoops Talk. And if you enjoyed today's episode on today, go ahead and head to our website, theplaymakersbar.com, and subscribe to the website to stay up to date with everything that goes on here at the Playmakers Bar, from blog posts to podcast episodes. And you can go ahead and shop for your Playmakers Bar merch. Just hit that shop tab, and you can either go to our Threadless store or our Spreaker store to get your Playmakers Bar merch. If you're listening on iTunes, please leave a review and drop a rating for the podcast that you just listened to on today. We'll greatly appreciate it. And if you're looking for other ways to listen to us, we on TuneIn Radio, we on Spotify, we on Stitcher, we are on Spreaker, iHeartRadio, and many other main platforms that you listen to your podcast. Until then, the Playmaker signing off. Until next week for Hoops Talk.